That takes us into our co-main event. This one's going to be a beauty. We got Jose Aldo against Marlon Vera. I know this is your boy here. It's too bad you don't have that poster up, but you've evolved from Edward Snowden. So
Right.
let's jump right into this one. I mean, correct me if I'm off base in saying this, but Jose Aldo will go down as one of the greatest fighters of all time.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, just going through his record, I mean, he does support a 28-7 record, but diving a little into those 7 losses, man, like, who do you got here? You got Jan, you got Volkanovski, you got Max Holloway a few times, you got Conor McGregor. Like, these are the best of the best. If you look at his wins, man, you got Frankie Edgar, you got the Korean Zombie, you got Ricardo Limas. Like, these are great wins. And so, Jose Aldo, all the power to you. I'm looking forward to seeing you back in the ring. On the flip side, we got Marlon Vera, who's no slouch either. He comes in having won 5 of his last 6. His last loss was to Yadong Song in decision back in May. Bounced back from that one, defeating Sean O'Malley in the first round, UFC 252. You know, this one's going to be a doozy. They're both ranked fighters. They both want to get back into title contention. I'm pumped about this one, man.
Yeah, bro. I mean, you introduced it perfectly, right? So, Jose Aldo, one of the greatest of all time. It's funny, right? You even went so deep into his record, but the amount of times I've looked into this guy, Luciano Azevedo, who beat him back in 2005, it's like, you set a monster off. Like, whoever you are back in the day in Jungle Fit in 2005 November, you set a monster go off who just took down the entire UFC till Conor McGregor decided to just end lives. So, I mean, here's the thing. The way I look at this fight is Aldo is constantly taking tough fights, right? Like you point out the losses, so you can see McGregor double loss to Holloway, Volkanovski, Moraes, Peter Yan. Literally fucking title fights, bro. Like, what? Like, that's where he's been.
The best of the best.
And so you brought up the best part of Marlon Vera, you know, that streak. You know, Yadong Song, you could watch the fight and make the argument that maybe Marlon Vera won that fight. You know, that's the part that is really interesting because, you know, had he won that fight, who would he be realistically facing over the last little bit? Because the big thing for me is, you know, how easily did I tell you that Sean O'Malley fight was one of the easiest calls we've ever made? You know, we were screaming that from the top of mountains, you know. People, please, God, you know, lay everything you've got, your houses, your homes, your mortgages, everything you've possibly got. Please go lay it on Marlon Vera. You need to do this. And it was insane how much of a dog he was. It's insane how much hype can be built in the fight game. And that's the part that is very unfortunate in this fight because I don't know where the lines sit, right? But when you look at these two fighters, Jose Aldo is once again in a fight that's very tough for him, you know? Is he going to be able to get a knockout? Maybe, but Marlon Vera is a very technical striker. He can take a punch. He can take a very good punch, and he can dish it out just as well. Technically sound. Long, you know, long is good against Aldo. He can't kind of run at you and throw those big punches, but he's going to have to chop those legs, which, you know, where did those Aldo leg kicks go? Those leg kicks that made him an absolute monster that basically put Uriah Faber maybe in a wheelchair, icing his leg for weeks at a time. I mean, that same dude that just excelled so much in that art is just not using it as much. And, you know, getting into these boxing matches with really good strikers, like, I'm sorry, Aldo, but who's your coach? Like, who's telling you to do these things?
Yeah.
Who's telling you to go get in a boxing match with Max Holloway? You know, who's telling you this? Because please, Aldo, listen to somebody else. In any case, it's like I love that there's no real reach advantage here. Like, Pies, we're gonna be watching a very, very, you know, those fights that keep you on the edge. Like Dominic Cruz used to do that to me a lot. I can't lie, but there's a lot of certain fighters that keep you on the edge of your seat because, you know, it's like it's this combination of them being so crisp at what they do and you having this urge or sensation that something's going to happen the whole time. So it renders you silent. It renders you frozen. You're just glued, being like, oh my God, 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 oh my God. You just don't know what's going to happen. And so Aldo's just all about that. And I think this is a great fight for fight fans who love that feeling, because for me, that is probably my favorite kind of fight to watch. And so, you know, not much more can be said about how elite these two are at striking, how little I believe it's going to go to the ground. scrambles only maybe to get back to the feet. But yeah, it's going to be
an edge on your seat fight for sure. And so let's dive right into the odds here. Who's the favorite, my man?
Yeah, it's really tough to kind of now think about this, right? But recency bias, thinking about just overall competition, how can I not go with Marlon Vera, a guy who might even be, who should be maybe on a multi-fight win streak right now, but isn't because of that decision, who is taking out top caliber people like, Shane O'Malley. The big thing for me is like Alex Perez was, he took in Alex Perez. Like that was his roommate for a while. So those guys out at Team Oyama, like they're very close-knit and they really are on the rise. That was a big start for them in fighters that aren't named Chito Vera, right? Like, Marlon is the guy that's leading that camp right now, and it's such an old school camp, but he is the face in my opinion, and I am very excited to see what he can do. So let's go with Marlon Vera, and let's go with a minus 160 for Marlon Vera.
All right, so again, might slap you in the face a little bit here, but Jose Aldo opened at a pretty heavy favorite, man. He was a minus 180 favorite when I first saw. And, dude, that line is dropping rapidly, man. If I look right now, he's a minus 150. So he's already lost 30 basis points.
Pies, like, I'm on fire here. Like, technically, I'm not bell ringing much, but if you go based on my lines, this is insanity. What is happening over there?
Yeah.
Who set these opening lines? Like, that's my question.
And us, we're losing value by the second, man.
Yeah, like, let's finish this main event so we can get on these finalized bets. My word.
All right, let's do it. But, keep an eye out for Marlon Vera because that value is juicy.
And maybe even an under here because, only 3 rounds, but both these guys are going to swing. And to be honest, like, not that I see Marlon Vera getting finished, but unfortunately, like, the right strikes to either or, who knows what can happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Overall, it's going to be a great card. Tune in UFC this Saturday, December 19th. For us, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button, give us a follow on Instagram, Twitter. Our picks go up all of there, along with all of our other content, clips of our videos from YouTube. Other great MMA content is on the Kaizen MMA. Make sure you check it all out. Give us a follow. Give us a subscribe. Give us a comment. Engage in conversation. Whatever you may want to do to kind of further this. Anything else, Siraj?
No, man. Everything. You just hit nail on the head. Like, let's finish the year strong. This is the last fight card for us. We're going to be going real hard at this one. Just have some fun with it. We're really excited for the next couple of weeks to be able to develop, our niche, our, market. It's going to be really fun for us. And so we're really excited for 2021. And, if we don't really, since we don't have a card, as the vet, the bet, and the casual, happy holidays, happy Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we'll see you for the next card. But, maybe we get you some new content in that time. We shall see.
Yeah, perfect. You said it best, man. Happy holidays to everybody. Thank you for all your support. And Siraj, great seeing you as always, man.
You, my boy. I love you. Peace.
Take care.